Hi, today I'm going to film my entire tarot and oracle collection. I started reading tarot last year, September, so everything that I have right now I have accumulated over a little over a year, and I'm not gonna lie, I think it is a little excessive, but I also love pretty much all of my decks that I have. So let's get started with, this is the little basket that I have on my desk, and very often I change out the decks that I have. So let's start with the tarot decks that I have in here. So first of all, I have my Light Seers Tarot. This is a very modern deck that I very quickly connected with and I find very easy to read with. I bought this one with her other deck that you will see in a little bit, the Muse Tarot, and I definitely connected more with this one. But if you like a very modern, intuitive deck, I guess, maybe to start out with, but even later on, because this was definitely one of my later decks, I highly recommend this one. The next one that I have lives in this velvet bag. Most of my decks I keep either in a bag or in their original box, or in this case both, because I really like the box. Also, this was quite an expensive deck because this was my only indie deck. This is the only indie deck that I own. And it is the Afro Avatar Tarot deck. I don't know if I said that already. It's absolutely gorgeous. These are the backs. I love Avatar, like Avatar The Last Airbender. Oh, look at this. This is the moon card. It's Yue. It's so gorgeous. And this is created by Colored Afro Arts. I know that she put new decks on her Etsy over the weekend. I'm filming this on a Monday. This goes up on Friday. So I really hope that it's still there. Absolutely gorgeous deck. Highly recommend it if you are into Avatar. The interpretations guide isn't great. It's literally just a little piece of paper. You can buy like an online version, like a digital version of a guidebook, or just a tarot meaning book in general, but I have plenty of those, so maybe if I want to do that in the future I might, but this is definitely one of those decks that I will never get rid of, mostly because it was so expensive, but also because I just really love it. Next I have my, oh, this one is new, so this is my Anna K tarot deck. So the box that this comes in is really, it sucks. I am keeping the guidebook, but I am probably gonna get rid of the box. I got this deck secondhand from Vinted. So this is what it looks like. The faces are very emotive, like they're very expressive. And there's just something that I really like about the scenes, about the art style. When I saw this, I instantly knew that I wanted to have it. So I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna see if they have it secondhand, and they did. This lives, for now, it lives in this bag. I'm probably gonna make another bag for it. Next, I have my Everyday Witch Oracle deck, or sorry, Everyday Witch Tarot deck. I actually decluttered the Oracle deck. This is what the back looks like, and this is the deck that I picked in Helping You Say Yes to the Deck. So it's very modern, it's very witchy, it's really cute, and I do have to say, I don't grab this as often as I hope I would, because it is just very witchy, and that is also what I really like about it, but I am not always in the mood to pull from a witchy deck. I much more often feel pulled to read with a more modern kind of deck. So next I have my Waite Newman, this like beige bag. I do have the box here. This is the box, but pretty sure I'm gonna throw this out, but I thought the box was pretty. So this is what the backs look like. And the cards are like, they have white borders. I really like the borders with this one. Some cards I don't like the borders, but on this one I do. Again, modern, but a very different sort of world. But I really like this world, and when I pull cards with this for a reading or for multiple readings, I feel very connected and very Oh, is it focused? No, it's not. Okay, I guess it's not gonna focus anymore, but I feel very much pulled into the world. Oh, and I keep the guidebook like separate, but this is the Waite guidebook. And now here is a deck that I haven't shown yet, but this is my Pagan Tarot. And this one is, I put it back in order because I still have to film a flip through with this. I bought this secondhand as well. I'm not gonna show too much of it, again, because I wanna keep it in order. But this one, it is modern, but it's like not super modern. I don't know, like you have images like these that feel a little bit more modern. And then you have like her just living her best life in the wild. I love that for a strength card. And then some cards are just really different, like this one for the Hanged Man. I absolutely loved this Temperance. So it's very different, but I am very excited to work with this. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna edge this purple. I edged my Anna K in black, by the way. And I also cannot wait to use that for readings on this channel. At first I thought I would be more excited about the Pagan Tarot than the Anna K, but I really like my Anna K. So those were the tarot decks in that little basket. I'm gonna go into Oracle at the end. So let's first look at, I'm just grabbing. So here I have my Mermaid Tarot. This is what the backs look like. I really feel connected to this deck. I think it's absolutely stunning. What I find so interesting, like you have a mermaid deck, right? So everything takes place in the ocean. All the scenes take place in the ocean. But still there is the suit of wands. But look at how gorgeous the wands suit still is. I'm pretty sure the wands suit is my favorite in this deck. Let me see if I can find another one. Absolutely stunning. So that is the mermaid deck. That one is published by Llewellyn in one of these big boxes. So it also comes with a big guidebook that is completely, absolutely, totally beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. And the cardstock is amazing. I love to shuffle these kinds of decks. So what I also got from Llewellyn is my Magical Dogs Tarot deck. So this is what the back looks like. And I feel like this is very much underrated. I had somebody comment that on my video as well. One of my videos where I talked about decks for shadow work, I think, because I feel like this deck can go pretty deep, but it's not really what you expect from a dog tarot. But there, look at this. I also used this deck for my Darker Cards of the Tarot video, that I compared this to the original Rider-Waite-Smith imagery. I think it's really stunning, and I get great readings with this deck. Next, I have my little crochet pouch. This is from my Housewives Tarot. And I almost decluttered it, but which is weird because at one point I thought this was like my soul deck. Now I don't really know if soul decks really exist. It comes with this little cute instruction book. It says guidebook. This is what the backs look like, and it's so cute. It's like very vintage housewife theme. And the images here are so different, so sometimes they call for a little bit of a different interpretation than you would when you pull the same cards from like your original Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Okay, can we please focus? Okay, I don't know what my camera is doing. Maybe like my background is a little bit too busy, but I really like my background. So yeah, that is the Housewives Tarot, and I'm very happy that I didn't declutter it, because when I do pull it out for a reading, it is pretty accurate and pretty easy to read, because the images are, like I said, so different. So you pull like from your own tarot knowledge, and then also from what you actually see in the card. I love that they're like drilling or whatever outside. That's what you want when you're filming a video. Next, I have my Dark Wood Tarot deck. So again, this one comes in one of those boxes from Llewellyn. So it also has a bigger guidebook. And this one definitely goes in more into shadow work, because it's called a Dark Wood Tarot, and it's definitely a darker themed deck, like imagery wise. My dog really wanted to be in my lap, but I'm kind of hurting. So this is what the backs look like, and like I said, it's definitely a darker themed deck. I don't really reach for this that often because I just don't tend to be very... I don't tend to want to grab darker decks, and I don't even know if I have like an aesthetic when it comes to my decks, but I definitely like more lighter to medium decks, if that makes sense. So I definitely do see myself decluttering this at one point in time, but I don't know when that is yet. Okay, ooh, yes, this is my friend's tarot. So I keep it in a pink velvet bag in the box because I just love it so much. The front card is like a little bit of information on how to like use the cards, but there's no guidebook with this, which I don't mind. It stays pretty true to the original Rider-Waite-Smith imagery. This is what the backs look like. It's a little peephole on the door. Then we go into the cards. So the Wands suit are Ross and Rachel. The Cups suit is Phoebe. The Pentacles suit is Joey, and the Swords suits are Monica and Chandler. And I think it's so cool because not only can you pull from like your knowledge of the tarot and like the imagery, and look at this. This literally looks like they got some news and they just headed out, and the cups of coffee are still sitting on the table. So you can use your knowledge of the tarot with your knowledge of this, in this case, a TV series of Friends that I recently rewatched everything. I think we watched it, when I say we, my boyfriend and I, watched it for like the third time all the way through. I have seen everything. Next, another velvet bag. This is my Tarot of the Divine. I bought this fabric to make a bag for this deck. I don't use this deck as often as I would like to. This is what the backs look like. I don't know what it is about this deck. I think the imagery is stunning. I love the idea of this deck. I love the cardstock of this deck. It's absolutely... Okay, can we please focus? But I just don't tend to use this. Again, this is one that I do see myself decluttering, even though I think it is beautiful, and I'm definitely not there yet. I definitely don't want to declutter it yet, but I don't use it enough. It also was mass market, so it wasn't really expensive or anything, but I do love the idea of this deck. The next deck that I want to talk about is my Tattoo Tarot. So this is the Ink and Intuition Tattoo Tarot. Comes with a little thin booklet, and then the cards come in the box like that. I do like this box. It's not like the boxes that I usually like with like the Lightseers Tarot, where the deck just fits in there perfectly with the guidebook. So I don't need to make a bag for it. I could make a bag for it, but I do really like the box. So this is what the backs look like, and then the cards, like it's tattoo art, like what you would expect from the Tattoo Tarot. But it's really beautiful. And even though, like, okay, so the major arcana are definitely like very much illustrated and scenic, but then the minor arcana are more pippish. But what I really like about this pippish deck is this is the Five of Cups, so it's more about struggles, and you see here an eye that is actually crying into the cup. So you can kind of remember the keywords when you look at the image. And here we have the Ten of Wands. When you see this card is like super full, there are so many wands here. It definitely gives me the idea of being very much overwhelmed. Or here we have the Eight of Coins, and you see here, I don't know what the name is of whatever it is that you're seeing here, but I think of hard work, you know. And there's so much more that you can see in this, in the pips, even in a minor arcana, if you take a little bit to look at it. So, and I have gotten really great intuitive, accurate readings from this deck as well. So now let's go to the other side of the box. This is my Mystic Mondays tarot deck. I got this from one of my best friends. It comes with a little guidebook that has the upright and reverse meanings. And then this is what the backs look like. They are like gilded here. I don't know if it can catch like the light, but it's really pretty. And these cards are very different from anything that I have. They're very colorful. There's sometimes, I want to say, there's not really much to the art, but sometimes In other cases there is, or you kind of need to use your imagination to see a little bit more, I think. So again, this is not one that I grab a lot. I think this is, I like grabbing this deck for more career related readings. So that is what I think this deck is great for. Next is my original Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck. I just wanted to get this because I heard everybody say that you need like an actual Rider-Waite deck. And if you don't feel connected to this deck, if you don't feel connected to the images, don't get it. That's all that I'm gonna say. I don't know if I see myself rehoming this because it is the original. So it's like good to have like for a reference, but I don't tend to pull out this deck to do readings with it. But my friend who gave me the Mystic Mondays tarot deck, she held this and she felt like its power, and she got one for herself, and it's the only one that she uses right now. So it's just up to your own preference and maybe even your own reading style. Next is the other deck by Chris Ann. So the other one was the Lightseers Tarot, and this is the Muse Tarot. Such a different deck. It's definitely modern, but it's more collage type. So this is very like light, and I would pull this for self-love, self-care, as well as love readings, I think. So this is what the backs look like. Really pretty. And then the fronts, let's see, let's do it this way. And then the fronts, they're very collage style. Very different. Some of these I find easier to read than other cards. Like, I don't know which one it was, but like this one is so, I feel like this one is very simple to read, like very clear that she seems to be longing to her childhood. It's very much looking into the past. But then some other cards I don't really see. I find this one a little bit confusing. The suits are also renamed in this deck. So the swords are voices, the pentacles are materials, you have emotions instead of cups, and then wands are inspiration. But then others, this is really cool because here you can see more, in this chariot you see more that it is about control. It is, even though I usually see the chariot about more being about determination, but it really depends on the card, and I don't know why it is. I saw this card so often. I see this card all the time whenever I look at the Muse Tarot. And this is the Two of Inspiration, so the Two of Wands, a card about more like looking forward, figuring out where to go from here. And that is definitely a stage that I am in right now with this YouTube channel, with my tarot journey in general. So I find that very funny that I keep seeing that card when I take the Muse Tarot out. So that is the Muse Tarot. Next is my Good Karma Tarot deck. This is the only one that I keep a crystal with. This is the Golden Healer crystal. And this is the box, by the way. The box of the Good Karma Tarot deck. And it also comes with a guidebook. That is pretty cool. Comes with a good karma tip for every card. And this is like your feel-good tarot deck. If you feel shitty and you want to like a little pick-me-up, this will still tell you what it, like the way it is, but it's more gentle. I love the art style here. It's very much cartoonish, modern as well, diverse. It's not just feminine energy. There's still males or masculine figures in here. I think this deck is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I don't really know what else to say about this. I don't see myself decluttering this, even though I don't grab it often, because sometimes, like a lot of the times, I don't mind the bluntness, I don't mind the directness that tarot can give me, but I think when I read for other people, I think that one is a really good one. So next is my Dreaming Way tarot deck. I have it in this little cute bag. I don't like the backs of these. Look at that, I don't like it. The also comes with like a little white book, and this is what the cards look like. They have the white borders. They are very whimsical, very dreamish. I really like them. They have like these shoes. Look at these. I've heard people talk shit about this, that they don't like the weird little shoes that they're wearing. I think it's really, really funny and really cool. This deck is really blunt. So if I want like a non-bullshit kind of reading, then I will pull from this. It has very much air energy to me. So that is the Dreaming Way. What is this? Oh, this is another Oracle deck. Let's do this one. I only have two left, two tarot decks. Then we're gonna go into Oracle. This tarot deck is the True Heart Intuitive Tarot deck. Keep it in this crochet pouch. This is what the backs look like. Don't really like the backs. This is what the fronts look like. They're slightly larger than regular tarot size. They stay pretty true to the Rider-Waite-Smith imagery, but they have some... Okay, why is it not focusing? I am going crazy. Okay. But it definitely has its own like spin. And I read this the way that I read tarot in general. I don't read this according to the guidebook. I used to think the guidebook was really, really good. It's created by Rachel True, by the way. She plays in, I don't know which one, but in like a witchy kind of show or film or something. I never watched it, but I'll put it on the screen if I can remember. The way that the guidebook is set up, it's more like every upright meaning is good and every reverse meaning is bad. That's kind of like the feeling that's not like what she wrote down in the guidebook, but that's the kind of feeling that I am getting from the guidebook when I read the guidebook. But that's not always true. Sometimes the upright meaning is the more negative, but I did get a lot of keywords from the guidebook to read with my cards. So, and then the next tarot deck is the first one that I bought and the last one that I'm gonna talk about. This is my Modern Witch tarot deck. I am going crazy with the noise outside. Oh my god, I only have like a little bit to film. I have to go in like 2 hours, so I can't postpone this. I have my satin tarot bag. This is a little guidebook that comes with it. This is the back. It's basically a modern Rider-Waite-Smith. So if I want to read with the Rider-Waite-Smith, I would rather read with this one because it's more modern. I think the imagery is way more clear. The drawing style is way more clear. It's more modern. It's prettier. It's more diverse. I just find this way easier to read than my Rider-Waite-Smith original. So those are all the tarot decks. Like, I don't even know how many I have right now. So that's fun. So I actually keep all my tarot decks in like a box. It's all empty now. So I'm gonna put these back and then I'm gonna come back for Oracle. I took a little break. I actually got in a package. So we have a new category to go over of decks. So I'm gonna do that first because I only have one deck in that category. The category is Lenormand. And I just got in my Dreaming Way Lenormand. I literally just read the message of the person sending it to me. It's a viewer, a subscriber. So thank you so much. I am so grateful for this. I think, look, it is the most, I don't have words. This is the most adorable deck. Look at the little guidebook. It's so tiny and so cute. I don't know much about Lenormand yet, but I really wanted to learn it. And because I already have my Dreaming Way Tarot and I love that so much, I thought the Dreaming Way Lenormand would be a great deck. So these are the first few cards. This is what the back of the cards look like. Really, really cute. So I am so excited to start learning Lenormand and to use this deck. The box is also the cutest little thing. I can't. I've never had a Lenormand deck. I've never really seen a Lenormand deck, so I knew they were smaller than tarot, but this is just adorable. So I'm really happy with it. So thank you so much to the person who sent it. I don't know if you want me to say your name, so I'm just gonna keep you anonymous for now. Super excited, super happy. So let's get into Oracle decks. I'm gonna start with a few smaller ones because these ones I got into in subscription boxes. The Cosmic box, this is the Crystal Affirmation deck. This is definitely one that I do see myself rehoming because I already have another Crystal Oracle deck. These are Dutch. So this one is Tiger's Eye. No, it's just not... I think it's cool. It has like a little affirmation at the bottom, but it's not what I like to use oracle cards for. And like I said, I already have a crystal oracle deck, which you will see in a second. So I definitely see myself rehoming this. Then here, I also got this one from Cosmic Box. These are the intuition cards. This is what the back of the cards look like. And then again, this one, these are in Dutch. So this one says, desire, what are you longing for the most? So what are you desiring the most? And I mean, it's pretty cute, but I do my readings in English. And you know, I mean, translating is not the most horrible thing, you know, but I prefer my cards in English. So I don't really like when I get cards in this subscription box. I much rather get like resources or crystals or things like that, like actual tools that are not cards. Let's get into the rest of the Oracle deck. So, I mean, I already talked about the crystal deck, so might as well pull it out. This is the Daily Crystal Oracle deck. I use this so often. So this is the back of the cards. I only grabbed a couple. There are still a whole bunch in here. Beautiful. I think this is way, I don't know, I like the aesthetics of this more, even though it's pretty much the same. It's a white background with a picture of the crystal. And then in this case, it has the name of the crystal and like a little phrase. So hematite says, ground yourself. Amazonite says, loosen your grip. I have lapis lazuli, make a decision. Yeah, I think this is pretty. And I like these. I use these all the time. I feel like these go really great with, first of all, most decks, because this just is very neutral. It's just white with crystal, so it goes with almost any tarot deck that I have. But the way that the oracle cards are set up also goes with almost any reading. So next is Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck. I love this so much. It's so cute. I love the art style. This is what the backs look like. The cards are pretty big, but they're borderless, modern, inclusive. I love this for like a self-love, self-worth message at the end of a tarot reading. So I pull quite often from this deck, I think. It also has a little guidebook in here. I, by the way, have flip-throughs of pretty much all of these decks. If it's a newer deck, then I might not have it up yet, but I have already filmed all of them, so they're coming. But I just didn't want to like upload a whole lot of flip-throughs all in once. So next is the Legendary Ladies Oracle deck. It opens up from the bottom, which I don't love, but it's fine. I love this deck though. It's like taller. This is what the back looks like. And these are goddesses. So they are 58 goddesses to empower and inspire you. They are from cultures from all over the world. And you can actually see like the region or what the goddess is from in the guidebook. So let's see, we have Kali, it says shadow, origin Hindu. Then we have Kuan Yin, compassion, origin Chinese. And then it has a little blurb on the goddess. It does have, you can like order a separate book for this deck, which you can also do for the Tarot of the Divine. But I feel like if I buy a deck, even though I could buy the book as well, I just want all the information within one product, you know? I wouldn't have minded to pay like 10 more euros for a better guidebook so I could actually get everything out of this. Instead of, I would rather do that than having to pay for like an extra book. Like the Legendary Ladies one and the Tarot of the Divine, it makes sense because they're both stories on people or on situations, on different stories, figures, characters, I guess. So it makes sense to have a book for that. I don't know if the deck or the book came first or whatever, but yeah, that I'm just a little torn on that. So the next Oracle deck is the Green Witch Oracle. A really interesting, yeah, I think it's a really interesting oracle because it looks so silly, but when I first saw this, I was so sold. This is what the backs look like. This is the front. So it's literally vegetables, flowers, fruits, and I believe herbs. So cute. Pansies make me think of Animal Crossing. How awesome would an Animal Crossing tarot deck be, right? Or like an oracle deck. I wouldn't mind that. I might make one myself just for personal use. That's really cute. So, and what I really like about these cards, there's so much that you can see in here. So we have grapes, which it says here on the bottom, grape, abundance. Then you have the little sign. This is, I believe, the symbol for the element of water. And then you have so much more. You see moon, a star, like a necklace that almost looks like an avocado. You have leaves that look like bay leaf. So think of manifestation is what I think about that. And for, oh, and it also has the little symbol for the sign Sagittarius. So there's just a whole lot in here. And then with the guidebook, for every card, you have the oracle meaning, you have a little like lesson or, I don't know, quote, I guess. Then you have for little cultivation. So in this case, if you want to plant a tomato plant, there is some information about cultivation. It has information about magical correspondences. And then because tomato is here associated with love, you have a little love spell using tomatoes. So that's really funny. I don't know, I really like this deck. I lent it to one of my co-workers from my previous job because I actually quit that job recently. But I lent it to her and she loved it too. Next, oh, apparently I still have this. I thought I decluttered it. I'm gonna put it on Vinted. But if you do live either in the Netherlands or close to the Netherlands, then you can definitely like buy it off me. I have recently sold a lot of my Oracle decks to one of my viewers in Belgium. So this is the Monology Oracle deck. I do, like I said, have... Oh, no, I haven't talked about that one yet, sorry. But this is the original Monology. This is the backs. And, like, cards are really pretty, but I don't feel it with the keywords. What do you need to release? A time for healing. I don't know, I feel like a romantic cycle begins. I don't know, I just can't get enough from this deck with Oracle readings for like my tarot readings. So there are like new moon in Pisces, so I can think about my knowledge of the new moon and my knowledge of the zodiac sign of Pisces to sort of come up with a meaning. And I've done that for a few of my co-workers from my previous job, and those were both really accurate, so that was really fun and kind of scary for them, I think. But yeah, I'm definitely decluttering the Moonology cards. What I will never declutter is my Sacred Self-Care Oracle. So these are so cool. These have like self-care prompts. I use these all the time, like self-care readings, or if I feel like the advice from the tarot reading is more self-care, then I will definitely pull a card from this deck. Absolutely stunning. I really like the artwork. Okay, can we focus? Why am I having such a hard time focusing? Okay. Really, really cool and very different. So it's like physical, spiritual, emotional. We have grounding yourself, just giving yourself a sweet treat, rest, journal, energy work, flow like water, look to the stars. Just there's so much in here and I love that. And it also comes with a guidebook that I believe also has journal prompts. So if you are a journaler, then that is also really, really cool. So yeah, I love my Sacred Self-Care Oracle. Next, I'm gonna have to be a little quick because my battery is running out. So Pure Magic Oracle, gorgeous. Recently did a flip through of this, so this is definitely coming. It comes with a guidebook. These are divided by elements. There are, how many cards are there? I forgot, how many cards are there? I forgot. I wanna say like, there's not like 44, but there's 9 of each. So 36? 36. And these are like fire, air, earth, water. I think I said them all. And these are like, this one has mirror magic and then it has a bunch of keywords at the bottom. They're really pretty. I haven't used them yet because they're still pretty new and I haven't actually filmed a pick a card reading since receiving these cards. But I'm very excited to start working with these. They're not exactly what I thought they would be. So I might end up decluttering these, but I'm gonna have to see until I work with them. Next is my Barberi Zodiac Oracle. I love this. The guidebook is kind of trash. You only get a few pages. It doesn't really say much about what the card could mean. In my opinion, there's only a few pages because it's in multiple languages, even though the deck is in English. So this is what the backs look like because you only have like the zodiac signs, the planets, and the elements. And that is pretty much all you need. I love it. I'm going pretty quickly because I am running out of time and I do already have flip throughs of these. And this is definitely a deck that I use quite often. Next is also a deck that I see myself decluttering. This is also a Dutch deck, Mindful A Millionaire, by Steffi Roos Dumaine. So this is about like career, and it's such a shame because the artwork is so gorgeous. I really like the artwork of this, but it has Dutch keywords and I don't know, like this is probably really great for career readings, which I don't do too often. So I might just do some more career readings. I definitely want to do more pick a card readings in general. I'm trying to like upload a lot of my flip throughs now. Every Sunday basically will be a new flip through video, and then I have 2 more videos a week that I can dedicate to pick a card readings, to deck collection, deck talk, that kind of stuff. So I have 2 oracle decks left. That this one is already up, the flip through of the Monology Manifestation Oracle deck. That one I uploaded yesterday, so last Sunday. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I'll take you through the entire deck and the entire idea of the deck in the video. But there are 4 moon phases, and you see every moon phase in every zodiac sign. So new moon, first quarter moon, full moon, last quarter moon, in all the 12 zodiac signs. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And I worked with this for the new moon in Scorpio last week. I'm gonna work with it hopefully for the first quarter moon, but I definitely plan on working with this for every new and full moon. So I'm gonna put that back in my little box or thing that I have on my desk. And then the last deck that I want to talk about is my Dark Mirror Oracle deck. I saw this on Aphrodite's channel. This is from the same publisher as the Barbieri Zodiac Oracle, but there's more information in this guidebook. This is so interesting. If you want to learn more about this, you can expect a video on this deck soon. But this is definitely very shadow worky. So for every card you have a concept. It has the cycle of the moon, the stage of grief processing, a visual seed, so a description of what you see in each card, a sentence, so a reflection upon the card meaning through a single sentence to think or meditate on, and then going dark, so more like a shadow work kind of type thing. So I'm really excited to start working with it. This is what the backs look like, by the way. Fairly simple, but I like that. Can we please focus? I'm trying to finish off this video and I love this deck. I think it's really great. I haven't really worked with it a lot yet, but I'm very excited to learn more about it and to work more with it, even though I already did like my shadow work kind of thing, everything in October. But you know what? You don't only do shadow work in October, you can do it all year long. So whew, those are all the decks that I have. I don't even know how many I have, and I'm definitely gonna rehome a couple. I put that on Vinted, by the way. So thank you so much for watching. I would love to hear your thoughts on my collection in the description box below. I've definitely grown my collection like quite a bit, but I don't think it's not overwhelming yet. It's starting to get there, so I'm definitely gonna take a critical look at my decks, and I'll let you know what I declutter once I declutter some decks. If you want to see more videos on Oracle, Tarot, mostly Tarot, definitely subscribe to this channel. I would love to have you here. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me, you can do so through the link in the description box below. I would love to work together with you. And for now, I just want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.